What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. It's amazing how so many people, when it comes to the Democratic National Convention and it comes to the African American vote, when we see people having questions or when we see people doubting and having concerns, you see people just getting really attacked, blatantly attacked for their own thought processes. When you want to talk about reparations, they got a problem with that. And then you have people like Steve Harvey who have been attacking blacks left and right for not voting, don't want to ask Kamala Harris tough questions, and it's on purpose. Steve Harvey even admits.
Trying to stay on course, so just let me go off this paper for a minute. Before y'all start calling my radio show and DMing me, talking about why you ain't asked no hard-hitting questions, that ain't what this is. I'm throwing a lob. This is an alley-oop for a dunk, because this administration needs to get the word out of what they're actually doing and what they're actually accomplishing, so we can stop all this foolishness about what you're doing for black people. Can't nobody come out with no agenda and call it this for black people and expect to get in the White House. You got to play the game different. Y'all know what this is. So now this next question is another lob for Honey Dunk. Because they done a lot, man. But we see, I'm on this radio show and I'm hearing all these people talking about, I'm not voting if they not doing nothing for us. Listen to me. If you do not vote, the analytics will show. They know how many women vote, they know the age you are when you vote. If we don't vote, how we gonna ask for something next time? If you ain't got no voting power, you talking about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparations and you don't vote? Why, you think they finna give us some money? No how, man. I hope they do. They owe us. I'll go down there. I'm sorry. Madam, I know I ain't coming back next year. Appreciate y'all having me.
So then, just blindly vote and get nothing for your vote. And maybe if you keep voting for these people, you may or may not get reparations in the future. All right? Now, Brother Jermaine Dupri, a legendary rapper, producer in Atlanta. Okay. You guys know he even produced certain people, in the Midwest, everybody, right? Jermaine Dupri is a legend. He's a Democrat, but he even got concerns because things don't sit right with him. And he's met with Kamala Harris before. So when he wanted to ask Kamala Harris about what's going on in the black community, what's going on with this and that, here's what he said.
Yo, out here getting these 5 miles in, as you see me do every day. Real quick, I want to talk about the DNC. I feel like the DNC has been going amazing, but I also feel like tonight, Kamala Harris has a pretty difficult job, right? And it's interesting because the Republican correspondent that's been doing the roundup after the DNC has ended, he asked the question that I kind of asked Kamala when we had our second meeting. If, the fact that she's in office right now, she's in the White House right now. And the guy, he said, what makes y'all believe that she's going to get this stuff done if she becomes president and she's already in the House? And it's a tricky question because I asked Kamala basically the same thing, right? In so many words. And I asked her, like, as the vice president, why they don't let her talk when, Biden seems like he needed someone to speak up for him. I thought that's what the role of the vice president was to help the president. And basically, she kind of let me know that her hands was tied, that they didn't really allow her to be a voice like that in that space. And tonight, I don't know if she's gonna, I want to see how if she even touches on this, because if she doesn't touch on it, that's the question that I feel like the people that have mixed decisions about voting for her, this is one of the questions. This is the top question that they had. And like I said, this is what the Republicans are saying. And they never heard the part about her hands being tied. And if she says something about her hands being tied, then it makes it look like the White House or the Democratic Party didn't really want her to exceed. So she can't really say her hands was tied, but she does have to step into that space. This is something I do believe.
So what he's saying to me, it makes sense. Listen, look, why are you not answering the tough questions? Your hands is tied. So if your hands is tied now, your hands is going to be tied in the future. So, voters want to know that's in the middle. What do you plan to do? So look at what Roland Martin says. All these Democrats who out here twerking just woke up from a nap, and I see Jermaine Dupree is getting cooked for this video. Jermaine, you got my number, bruh. Please hit me next time before posting stuff like this. Now let me tell you this, right? This is how fake people are. First of all, if you was really his boy and you got his number and he posted something stupid like that, you felt like it was stupid? Nah, be a real dude. All you gotta do is call him since you got his number. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is how fake people are. This is how phony people are. I'm gonna tell you. It's how phony and fake people are when they come across somebody real. That's how they do you. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned if somebody I know I got their number and they getting roasted on social media. I'm not gonna go to social media and tell them to call you. Nah, man, I'm gonna call you myself because I'm real like that. Now, let's go on to this whole situation. The next person. Do you know how government works? VPs have limited power. He answers, Jermaine Dupree, you do realize I wasn't asking that question. I said that's what the Republican correspondent at the end of every night kept asking. I asked my question and got my answer. His answer was her stuff said it was limited. Okay? Love LA. Jermaine, love your music. There's a difference between president and vice president. She's currently vice president. So look at Jermaine, checking people. Okay, I see all of you are not following the conversation in the video. I stated that I asked Kamala my question. I was given an answer. The other question I said was coming from the Republican correspondent every night that the DNC came to an end. Look at this. Sir, do you know how government works? Because you seem very confused on who does what. Please borrow a middle schooler's U.S. history book so you can learn what the three branches of government do. Another lady, damn, we really need to teach civics and functions of the branches of government a bit more. Nah, I'm gonna tell you why. Look, maybe you should have kept your mouth shut. Another person, the VP has limited power and she can only deliver on her agenda when elected if we win the House and Senate too. Let's not overthink this. She is the right person to lead us forward. Trump is a walking disaster. So let's talk about this. Whenever it comes to blacks or whoever else, what do they always say? Oh man, my hands is tied, bruh. I don't know what we can do for the community, dog. And all of this, my dog ate my homework type stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Now it's all this fake stuff and they can't help you and all this. Nah, that's exactly what's going to be the answer after this stuff is, why didn't you do anything for Black America? My hands were tied. What are you going to see? Immigrants going to get something. The ones who don't even pay no taxes, who are not educated in the States, who didn't serve in the Army, in the military, they going to get a lot. I can guarantee you. They don't get everything. Okay. Who else? We already know when it comes to certain protected groups. Okay. The LGBT is still going to be going strong. We're going to see that with the still Asian hate cry bills and all that. I don't have no problem with any of the minorities, getting their just due. However, I am from the greatest minority on planet America, if you will, called the Black community. Hashtag FBA, African American, the Negro, Afro-American. You understand what I'm talking about, okay? And we haven't gotten anything. But you're telling us to keep voting for her, And then anytime somebody asks a question about what the opposition may say, you want to browbeat somebody into it and continue with them being happy getting nothing. So Kamala Harris is going to lead you to where? Besides more booty clapping, Meg Thee Stallion concerts, more booty clapping it up things. That's what she's going to do. She's going to lead us to more of that. And we know that's exactly where it's going. You can say that that's not where it's going, but that is where it's going. Okay? It's exactly where it's going. It's where it has been going. And y'all are out here lying, acting like that's not what the case is when it is what it is. Okay? And I'm going to tell you what y'all doing. Y'all making a mistake by embarrassing people that's on y'all side who's asking just questions, or y'all even not even interpreting the question. He's already said he got his answer. Her hands was tied. Now you coming after people like that, now it's gonna make people think like, damn, why they so hostile? Why it gotta be like that? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shitty Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.